What's up, fight fans? It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Going down on Wednesdays and Saturdays here on Main Man, Made Man's Boxing. Now, I won't be here long. Just want to speak on a quick discussion. This is kind of like a few days old news, but haven't had a chance to talk it up about it, and I want to just kind of chime in, man. And that is the news going around that Paulie Malignaggi, commentator for Showtime and Sky Sports, a former two-time world champion. We know he's been doing the commentating thing as of late. And word on the curb is that Paulie Malignaggi, according to him, in all of his recent interviews that he's doing, he is banned from WILDERFURY2. So this got everybody like, what the hell is that about? You know what I mean? Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of speculation in this particular video. No one knows the actual exact reason, but we can speculate from all of the things that we seen. You know what I'm saying? I got Chin Smoke in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you, man? Hope you had a cool weekend, man. The thing is this, we know Paulie Malignaggi has been running around to any camera, to anybody that would listen, and he has been speaking on the Wilder Fury fight. And he's saying that he felt as though that Tyson Fury pulled it out. And he felt as though that there was a bad decision and there was a bad call. He ain't made no secret of that. And you know, clearly I'm sure this doesn't sit too well with the PBC, you know what I mean? And they probably feel some kind of way where they got their guy, a guy who actually commentated that fight, running around telling everybody that Wilder lost, and all of this stuff that he's saying against Deontay Wilder. Now, I fall right here. It's hard for me to. I got my criticisms of Paulie Malignaggi. I don't care much for Paulie Malignaggi. Never have. Probably never will. He's too much of a big mouth for me. He talks too much. He talks too fast. His eyes are too wide. I just never cared for Paulie Malignaggi. He bitches too much. Just too much for me. I got my criticisms. But one thing that I don't understand is, are they banning Paulie Malignaggi for his opinion? Or are they banning him because we know that Deontay Wilder is not on the exact coolest terms with Showtime right now? Listening to Paulie Malignaggi, he's saying it like they're banning him for his opinion because he felt what he saw is what he saw. Now, my thing about Paulie Malignaggi, the PBC, what I don't understand is that they knew what they had when they were dealing with Paulie Malignaggi. Let's go back to the beginning. When PBC got down with Showtime, we all know this goes all the way back to the Adrian Broner-Paulie Malignaggi fight. Right after that fight was over, Paulie Malignaggi went on a rant right there in the middle of the ring, in which Paulie Malignaggi says, the only reason that Adrian Broner won is because he's one of Al's guys. He's one of Al's guys, and I'm not, he's one of Al's guys, and we all know how this go for Al's guys, He was exposing Al Heyman and PBC right then and there in the middle of the ring. Right after that fight. So they knew what they had with this dude. Paulie has no allegiances basically to nobody but Paulie. Paulie looks out for Paulie. And you knew what you were getting when you brought him. So right after that was all over, what happened? Paulie Malignaggi signs with Al Heyman. We see Paulie Malignaggi getting commentating gigs with Showtime, who was at that time putting on PBC. So you knew what you were getting. You were getting a dude that's willing to expose it all. They shut Paulie up because they made Paulie a champion again. They put him in there, I think it was Sinchenko or one of them guys, when they made him a champion again. On top of that, Paulie started getting respectable paydays for where he was at in his career. Now, what I think that Paulie also had a problem with PBC about was when Paulie signed on with PBC as a fighter, they didn't move Paulie, say like they moved Andre Berto. They didn't move Paulie, say like they would move, say, an elder statesman in the fight game. They moved Paulie, they threw him straight to the wolves. They made him a champion. They gave him to Sean Porter. They gave him to Danny Garcia. And I don't think that Paulie ever wanted those fights. I truly don't. Even if you look at the body language leading up, Paulie was not in those fights. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be there. And they fed him to the wolves. And he got his block knocked off. You know what I'm saying? So I think always Paulie has been a little bit bitter because of that too. But my thing is this. If Paulie sits in his commentating chair and he's telling you, I believe that Tyson Fury won, man, you can't be mad at him for that opinion. Because you know the kind of guy that you brought on. And now, since he's not staying on message, on code, which there is no code with Paulie. Paulie is now doing business with Sky Sports across the water, the competitor of Showtime. While Paulie is doing all this commentating shit, he talked himself into UFC fights. He talked himself into bare knuckle fights. All kinds of opportunities. Paulie only cares about Paulie. And so maybe PBC is looking at Paulie like, bro, are you speaking out against Deontay Wilder because this is your opinion? Or are you doing this to further your business opportunities by appealing to the UK audience? This is the same thing that Deontay Wilder accused Radio Raheem of doing. People got to understand, the reason that Deontay Wilder got mad at Radio Raheem is because not only the question that he asked him that brought on till this day, but I know that the audience that you're asking me this question in front of, I know that you're doing this to put me out because of your new demographic that's been flocking to your channel. So now you want to put me on Front Street in front of your new people. And so PBC is looking at it like, are you doing that, Paulie? Because it's coincidental that around the same time that you start speaking out against Deontay Wilder and saying Fury is this and Fury is that, it's very coincidental that your relationship with the UK has gotten so much better, Paulie. You see where I'm going, fight fans? So Paulie is saying now that he is banned from certain events. I don't think that's right, though. Regardless of where Paulie lands, because like I say, PBC, you knew what you were getting with this firecracker. You knew he was unhinged. You knew that he goes off the rails sometimes. You loved it when it was against other fighters, but when he started looking at your guy, then it's a problem. And people like, oh, well, you know, why is he saying this? And why? Because it's Paulie. Paulie's always been this way. Don't get mad because you can't control the message. So if you banning him for his opinion, that's totally wrong, in my opinion. That's that man's own opinion. Now, if Paulie, if I had to make a judgment call on whether he's doing this for opinion's sake or whether he's doing this for business sake, I would lean towards business, me personally, because of who Paulie is and the type of way that he moves. And if I'm Al Heyman or PBC suit, and I see this guy getting so cozy with the UK, and I see this guy taking all of these business opportunities, and now all of a sudden launching an avalanche of criticism against my heavyweight champion, I'm going to think things too. You know? So when everybody we quick to say, oh, they let him go for his opinion. I think that's totally wrong. But we got to also look at things in the grand scheme of things. Paulie has been making a lot of moves around boxing. And the way that he got it started making those moves is when Showtime and PBC and Al Heyman gave him the opportunity to become a professional commentator. He took that opportunity and made a whole bunch of moves with it. And now he's at a point where I'm talking out even against Deontay Wilder. I got KQKC in the building. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. And you know I'll be over there a little later, fam. You know it. DGO says Paulie is too smart to have stayed on the PBC. The PBC is only taking advantage of these low IQ boxers, especially the Cubans. That's why Mikey left, Jacobs left, and Crawford knows better. Good point, bro. My thing is, in Paulie's case, Paulie has always been aligned to Paulie. Always been allegiance. He has never really had this super down allegiance with PBC. Like I told you, he spoke out against Al Heyman. To this day, in my opinion, there has been no one in boxing that has exposed Al Heyman probably as much as Paulie Malignaggi. And they turned around and gave him a job. Why? If I got a guy out here running around in these streets, man, that nigga main man a chump. He this, he that, he this. You think I'm gonna turn around and invite him and give him a job and work with me? That was dumb on PBC part. From the jump, you gave him a job after he exposed y'all in the middle of the ring. And you wonder why this guy has no allegiance to no one. Come on, man, come on. Muhammad Hamatola say, salute, fam. Paulie was way too unbiased towards Wilder, not giving him NE credit. Now he changed his tune, but it's too late. I side with Wilder on this one. I feel you. And see, Muhammad Hamatola, my only thing is, and like I told you personally, deep down, I believe that Paulie is doing this for business purposes. And I think that's where PBC drew the line at. Like, It's one thing to have you say whatever you're saying, and you're coming over and you're still, you know, you're intertwining with us, and you're doing this, you're doing that. But it's another thing to do what you're saying and then turn around and use what you're saying to leverage more business opportunities for yourself. That's where the line, I mean, to see his newfound alliance with Sky Sports, I see him on BT Sports, I see him down with Eddie Hearn, I see him down with the whole UK all of a sudden. You go back to Paulie's career, he wasn't like this. Now all of a sudden, and so it's just like the timing looks terrible. And that's why it would make me believe that, Paulie, you doing this for your business interest, bro. You're not doing this because, is this what you really believe? Now, to Paulie's credit, Paulie says, yo, man, in the first fight, I actually went into that fight having Deontay Wilder. I thought he was going to win. But after the fight played out, is where Paulie started to form his opinion. He has a right to do that. For all of my opinion believers out there that believe that Paulie is doing this, this is his personal opinion and he has a right to his opinion, fine. He does. Just like every red-blooded human on this planet. He has a right to his opinion. But he does not have a right to take that opinion and leverage it against the competitors of the people you work for. You was down with Showtime. Sky Sports is a certified competitor. So you can't serve two masters, Paulie. So that's why people don't know what is the reason that you're doing this for. As in Mayweather's case, because I know people were talking about Floyd. As in Floyd's case, it's just fuckboyism to the highest power. It's fuckboyism. That's what you call fuckboyism to the highest power. I have never in a million years of watching boxing, ever in my life, seen somebody, if I'm promoting a fighter, I root against that fighter. Mayweather Promotions promoted Wilder against Luis Ortiz. We seen that big bowling ball head ass Lynn Ellaby standing right there in every video that he could. They promoted the man, and I'm not 100 on the promotional situation going into this. I'll know by tomorrow when we do the prediction and the breakdown and all. But if he's promoting this one, bro, how could you pick against what? How could you sit back even if you believe it as a promoter? And we know Floyd is as fake as it gets, so don't act like Floyd got to be genuine in everything he say. As a promoter, bro, you're supposed to be backing your guy. I have never seen that in boxing. There's a lot of shit, man, that's coming out in today's boxing, bro. I'm just like, what are we watching, bro? Anytime we at a point where promoters are telling the world that they believe that the other guy's going to beat the fighter that they're promoting. I ain't never seen that in boxing, fight fans. Have y'all? But I bet he won't be banned. But I bet you Floyd Mayweather won't be banned. They should ban his ass. Ban Floyd ass from the event. That'll be something to see. Shit, they don't need him anyway. Send Leonard Ellaby up in the joint, call it a day. Floyd probably ain't even gonna show up any goddamn way, man. Oh, man, hit the thumbs up for the fam, man. Hit the thumbs up for the fam, man. Can you blame him, says Dillian. I mean, it's like I said before, I just don't know where it comes from with Paulie. If it's his opinion, fine with me. He is not a promoter. He is not a manager. He has no interest, business interests, to see this fighter wins. He just calls fights. Now, everyone wants unbiased commentators. Good luck finding that shit. Everybody wants unbiased commentators. I get it. Paulie is just fucking spoken, man. You're not going to get Paulie to read from a script. If you get Paulie to read from his script, it's going to be so noticeable on his face that he's unhappy. And so Paulie is just being Paulie, man. I don't know. If you were the king of the sweet science, how could you be a fan of Wilder? I mean, bro, because he has power that unlike you've seen in boxing, if ever, in decades. Like, that's something special within itself, DGO. I think you totally unappreciate what Wilder does bring to a fight, and you overlooking that, bro. Like, this type of power that he had, it doesn't come every day, bro. That is special power. Whether you believe he's the most technical skilled fighter, and we covered this in previous videos, you're looking at Wilder as if he's Muhammad Ali. You're looking at Wilder as if he's, Larry Holmes, and he's so fundamentally sound. That ain't Deontay Wilder, and I don't think it will ever be Deontay Wilder. But what he does have is very, very special. One punch knockout power, knocking out elite heavyweights, my friend. That's special, bro. And to know that he's getting better at lining it up, at setting it up, doing certain things to set it up now. Like, those things are unappreciated, bro. You know what I mean? And that's one of the parts of the sweet science that you got to appreciate too. You feel me? It's not only about power, but here's the thing, DGO. What if you got power? We talked about this. You making have power, but you can't deliver the shit. Like, you can have the greatest power in the world, but it can't get to the target. It takes little things, little nuances in the ring to just get that power to the proper target to get that dude to lay on his back for 10 seconds or for a 10 count. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I can't say that. That takes some talent, bro. I got the black banner in the building. Salute, fam. Say it, brother. All roads lead to Wilder, our champion man of the hour, in or outside the ring all day. Let me say this loud and clear. When this week is over, fight fans, all roads lead to Wilder, the lineal champ, the American heavyweight champ, the man with the plan, driving in a tan van to Japan all day, man. We rocking with the homie. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Rod Rook Davis. What's up, man? Good morning. Good morning. Live from the DMV. Live from the DMV, man. We got to appreciate these things, man. But to bring it back to Paulie, man, and, you know, I don't know. Like I said, if it's for business purposes, then Paulie is just doing this to expand his lane and to further his own Paulie Malignaggi cause. Bro, you can't be a part of this situation because you clearly sabotage it. But if you're doing this and you believe that this is Paulie's very, very genuine opinion and this is what he feels, he's not just catering to an audience. He's not just catering to the anti-Wilder fan. He's not catering to them. You believe that this is deep down his personal opinion, then I think the banning is wrong. But I personally believe that it was furthering his business interest. And I'm going to leave it there. Salute to Mr. Tiptoe. Man, what's up with you, fam? I appreciate all the love and support you show me, man. But it's going down, fight fans. This is the week. Expect a epic breakdown tomorrow night on We Talking Boxing. I am dedicating the whole episode of We Talking Boxing to Wilder and Fury. We're going to cover every category that we can possibly think of, from styles to breakdowns to what's going to happen to the repercussions to everything, man. The build up to this thing, we're going to knock it out on a extended version, if you will, of We Talking Boxing tomorrow night. Please be there, fight fans, because this shit going to be big. And I want to hear all of y'all input, all of y'all. Catching, watching main man from a distance, spitting knowledge, but not knowing he's live streaming. Must freak out. Yeah, man, that's how we do it nowadays, bro. I don't normally have the time, man, to do the video thing like that no more, to edit and all that, so I'm always on the go. I got a lot of hustles I work with on the side, so I'm always busy. But one thing I will never do, I will never abandon y'all, you know what I mean? So I will find time, make time, take time, if you will, to sit here and chat it up with the boxing fans, man, because y'all are my out from all this shit, bro. I could take an hour out of the day, sit back, chat it up with the fans, forget about all the thunderstorms I got surrounding me right now with all of these jobs and hustles I got going on, put it on pause and come on back to it. I love that shit, man. And salute to all of y'all for rocking with the homie, man. Hit the like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. But I'm telling y'all, fight fans, Paulie Malignaggi, and technically, he actually dug his own grave. I mean, it would have to be, when you going above and beyond as much as Paulie has been, you will only have to think it has to be for business interest. Because, bro, why are you sitting in front of so many cameras saying this story? Like, real shit. You know what I mean? You know what you're attracting. He know by putting this position out that he put out, and no offense to the UK, but he was going to attract a lot of UK attention. And he's using that, and he's leveraging that, what I believe what Paulie Malignaggi is doing. Because Paulie, man, it looks out for Paulie in all cases, you know what I mean? But PBC, pick your talent smartly. Don't go about picking people that's dissing you off the jump. Oh yeah, he's dissing me, but he don't really mean it. We can probably use him to diss somebody else. He don't really mean it. Ow, he came in the game dissing you. You should have never put this cat on the payroll from the first fucking place. Real spill. You know what I mean? Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. I'll check out with y'all a little later, man. Y'all stay stressed and sucker free out there. Remember, the devil is everywhere. He's everywhere. He's omnipresent everywhere at the same time, and he is coming for you, man. Knock his ass smack out with one of them Deontay Wilder Alabama slammers all day. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch up with y'all later, man. Much love to you all. Stay stressed and sucker free. Until the next one. Peace out.